Hey yo, what's up and welcome. I'm the one and only West Coast King, and welcome back to the Minnesota United career. And I'm very excited to get into this one because today we're going to be getting into our first transfer window with Minnesota. And last episode I left you guys talking about, should we bring in Raheem Edwards or Jefferson Savarino? I was also asking if we should bring in Ozzy Alonso. And as you can see, I've added Kamar Lawrence to the list. That was a suggestion from you guys as well. And Tyler Adams, another one of your recommendations. But we're not going to talk about any of them today. Honestly, I don't think we're going to talk about them really at all, except for maybe at the very, very end. What we really need to do today, what we got to focus on before we do anything else in this transfer window, is talk about the designated players. Now, I have compiled a list of 4 names, and I think one of these 4 players is going to be our first designated player. They fit the bill very, very nicely for a designated player in the MLS. They have name recognition. They are still young enough where they can help our team out, and they fill a need on our team. That's probably the most significant thing. Is I don't want to buy a player just to buy a player to bring in, just for the name alone. They need to be able to help our team, and while it's true that I could pretty much bring in a player and put him anywhere and he'd help our team, I want him to still fit the team pretty well. And I think I've done a good job of narrowing this list down to 4 names. And like I said, I think one of these 4 players is going to be our first designated player. So here we go. All 4 of these players you see at the top of the list are available on pre-contract. That is how we would be acquiring them. We wouldn't bring them in actually in this transfer window. We would sign them up and they would come in at the end of the season and help us starting next season. So to start off the list, we have probably the highest profile name on here. Playing at PSG, it is Hatem Ben Arfa. He was a player once upon a time that was rumored to be interested in coming to the MLS. Granted, that was a point when his contract status in Europe was very much up in the air. Didn't really have anywhere else to go, but it still counts. He was still interested in the MLS once upon a time. Kind of not really getting a lot of playing time, I don't think, at PSG. He's in the last year of his contract. I'd say that's a pretty decent player to bring in as our first designated player. The second option, and this might be, in my opinion, the most unrealistic one, it's João Moutinho from Monaco. He's a player that still very much has a lot of quality to him. And I think if Monaco didn't bring him back and re-up on his contract, somebody else in Europe would snatch him up in a heartbeat. He's very good, in my opinion. And he can play anywhere throughout the center of the midfield, center mid, center defensive mid, center attacking mid. I really like this guy a lot. But he is in the final year of his contract. Maybe we could persuade him to head over to the MLS and join up with Minnesota as our first designated player and become the face of our franchise. Option number 3, and this may be a name that you've heard before if you've been around since FIFA 16 on this channel. Way back to the Orlando City days, I actually brought in Zlatko Junuzovic to Orlando City. However, I never actually got to play with him. When he finally came over and joined Orlando, I actually moved from Orlando as a manager to DC United and actually brought in Wayne Rooney to DC United, and I took over that team there. So I never actually got to use Zlatko Junuzovic. So this is going to be my third choice here, a free kick specialist, which we desperately need on this team. We have nobody that can take free kicks, and to be fair, all 4 of these players are pretty good at taking free kicks, but he's definitely the best of the bunch. He can play center mid, center attacking mid, or out wide at left mid, and he's 29 years old, so he's still in the prime of his career. A decent option for us. And the 4th and final name on this list, and to me this one might be the most intriguing, it's Joãozinho. He's currently playing in Russia at Krasnodar, but when I picture bringing in a designated player, to me the ideal guy and the guy that's kind of changed the face of the MLS as a designated player has been Sebastian Giovinco. And I picture this guy having very much a similar impact if he were to join our team. Not just because he's small, he's 5'5", he's very small, kind of like Giovinco. But I feel like he possesses the same kind of traits. He's very quick, very technically sound, skillful, decent at free kicks, and I think he could absolutely take the MLS by storm. He plays out wide, either the left or the right hand side, but I absolutely love this dude. It's a guy I've always wanted to try out in career mode, and now I have the option of bringing him in as our first designated player to Minnesota United. So those are the 4 players. I'm going to leave a poll up above, the little eye thing. Click on that and vote. I've never used one of those before, so hopefully I remember to put that in. If I don't, just leave it down in the comments. But those are my 4 choices for our first designated player. So while you guys think about that, we actually have a game to play before we can actually get into the month of July. And then I think at that point we'll be welcoming in our new players that we've secured deals for already in Remedy, Harks, and Ford. Hopefully at that point they'll come in. I'm not sure when they'll get here. I think it's right when the transfer window opens. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I'm new to this whole new system as well. But that's what I believe I think will happen. I'm not sure yet. But either way, we're going on the road to NYC FC. They're in 2nd place in the Eastern Conference, and they're having a good season. They're a decent team. I think they actually have the same amount of points that we have right now, even though they're in 2nd place. I'm not sure. But either way, this is going to be tough. They're a good team. All right, here we go. Kickoff against NYC FC. We're coming into this in 4th place, in case you've forgotten, with a whole handful of teams right on our heels. We're trying to stay in one of those final playoff spots heading into this summer, and we got to be able to pick up points on the road if we're going to be able to do that. So hopefully we can do that here today. And oh, Nicholson, here we go. This is a good start. Nicholson ball rolling, and everyone else just stood around and watched him. They're like, what are you going to do, Nicholson? I don't know. Somebody move and help the kid. All right, corner early for NYC FC. McGowan gets it away. Man, I can't say enough how much I've enjoyed McGowan. That's the best pickup I've had out of a free agency, maybe ever. He's been so solid in there for us. As Ibson breaks that play up as well, man. McGowan's been good. Ooh, we have Finley. What a move from Finley. What a bad pass from Ramirez. That was a really, really good run. Really, really well timed as well. And Ramirez just couldn't hit him with the pass. And how was that not a foul? I'm pretty sure that dude just crawled all the way up in my ass. Molino. Yes, Ramirez. Over the top. Jesus, Ramirez, you need to work on your passing, bro. It's so bad. That's 2 balls that should be over the top to my wingers. Ramirez has missed them both by about 15 yards. Hasn't even been close. Oh, how'd that just work? Oh, wow, 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 wow. Ooh, good block. McGowan again coming through. Ooh, wow, David Villa was lining that one up. Is that halftime? Wow, we didn't do anything in that first half. And then, to be fair, neither did they. I think that shot right at the end by David Villa was the first shot of the first half. Literally nothing happened. All right, we're having issues keeping possession right now. We just need to work the ball. That's better. That's good, and people are moving. I like that. Keep moving, though. There you go. Molino. Back up for Molino. This is good. Molino. Pulls it back. I'm still looking for... Wow, Molino. Never mind. Molino's got a free path to the goal. Oh, he hit the crossbar. Molino back in, and it's wide. Wow, he did the drag back, and nobody else picked him up. He literally had a free run to the top of the 18-yard box, but his shot just was a fraction off. All right, come on, boys. Let's be smart. Let's be patient here. Never mind patience, just play it up the field. I got Ethan Finley wide open. He still can't shoot. Good Lord, I forget about that. I know Ethan Finley. I saw in the comments, Ethan Finley is a Minnesota guy. He's a hometown dude. But for the love of God, he just can't shoot. Ooh, Finley's breezing through. Breezing, still on it. There you go, Finley. Now play it for Molino. Oh, somehow Molino is through as well. Molino, it's blocked. That was such a lucky play. We should have had that chance, but we almost got the opening goal here. We're 85 minutes in. If any team's looking likely to win it, it's us. We've got to find this goal. Oh, yes. Come on, one more attack, boys. All the way up for Ramirez. Oh, tackled off the ball. Is that the final whistle as well? All right, I guess it is. 0-0. Fairly uneventful game, I would say. I mean, not a whole lot. That ball is floating. What the hell just happened there? Either way, it's 1 point on the road, which is what I was looking for. I thought there'd be at least 1 goal from each team, but literally nothing happened in that game. So it is now July 1st, and the new additions that we've signed up have made their way over to the Minnesota United locker room. We'll have a look at them in just 1 second, but we're going to add one more name to that new addition list, and that's going to be goalkeeper Cohen James out of the Youth Academy. One of our objectives this season was to grow a Youth Academy player by +5 and then play him in 5 or more matches. Cohen James is now grown by +6. He's 62 overall, so he's getting up there close to the same level as Shuttleworth, our current primary goalkeeper. And Shuttleworth has not been exactly reliable this season. He's made some really bad plays, and I just don't really care too much for him. So if Cohen James comes up and plays well, he might just have the starting role outright from the very beginning. But look at that potential, 74 to 92. We'll see what we can get out of him. Let's go ahead and sign him up. So now we can go ahead and have a look at the squad and what the team is going to look like now with these new additions in there. Courtney Ford has already taken his place in the starting 11 next to McGowan in that back four. I really don't see him coming out. I really like him in there. The only question might be, though, is if we ever end up moving McGowan out of there over to the right back spot. Velasco, he's been slightly better than Jome this year, but not too much. Defensively, he is a liability. I wouldn't be opposed to getting another left back, moving Calvo back in here and McGowan out to the right. But that's a discussion for another time. A little bit later today, we will talk about that. We will talk about later in this episode, but that's what the back four is looking like for now. Now we have to talk about this midfield. Suddenly, we have a lot of depth in there. Cronin has actually been very solid defensively as of late. I hesitate taking him out. He's really been the one protecting that back four. Ibsen, though, has kind of been the rock in the midfield all season long. So who do I take out? Because they're both 68 rated. Remedi is 68 rated as well, and Harks is 67. Harks is a future first teamer, though, 100%. He's got great potential. I want him on the field right now. Who do I take out? Honestly, for now, I'm going to have to take out Ibsen. I didn't foresee that happening. I thought it was going to be Cronin, but Cronin, I'm telling you, has played unbelievably well defensively. I really don't want to take him out. I think Ibsen's got to be the guy that's going to have to move over. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. What kind of pairing should we go with in the midfield for the rest of this season? Who stays? Who goes? Who gets those starting spots? Right now, I'm going to roll with Cronin and Harks and see how that goes. We also have another youth scouting report coming in, and Pierre Taylor hit it out of the park this time around. He's got some very interesting names on this list, so let's go through them just quickly. And I'll tell you, I'm probably going to sign all of them up right now. The top name is Noah Gibbs. This is actually the second month he's been on this list, which tells me that the first time I saw him, I didn't quite know if I liked him or not. But now taking a look, he looks absolutely fantastic. The potential is good. 48 to 60 overall at only 15 years old. Looks really nice. So I'm going to get him in the team. Kenneth Tremblay, unfortunately, he's a goalkeeper, and I don't really need another goalkeeper right now. But I'll take him anyway just because the potential looks good. Same with Jose Wilson. Again, the potential is there. Walter Bliska is 16 years old, but good potential. A right-sided player, most likely. Don't know if he's going to be a defender or a winger of some kind. We'll have to wait and see on him. And then Nathan Gibbs, Noah's younger brother, or twin brother maybe? They're both 15 years old. We'll have to figure that one out. But he also has good potential and most likely a defender, right-footed. Please let him be a right back. That is probably the area of need most on this team at this point, is a right back. So we'll sign him up and see what he looks like. So our next game now is going to be at home against Columbus. They're in 7th place, I think, in the Eastern Conference, maybe 8th. So kind of down on the table a little bit. And we're having a couple of debuts in there, as you know. Harks and Ford getting the start, as well as Cohen James making his senior squad debut. We might see Remedi at some point as well, and that's all fine and dandy. But the important thing here is that there's 3 points to be had at home. We need these 3 points to try to stay in one of those playoff spots. We have to go out there and have a good performance, regardless of the new guys being in there or not. We need to win this game. All right, here we go. Kickoff against Columbus. Last time we were at home, kit selection was a little bit of a problem. I fixed that today. I put Columbus in their blacks. We're in the grays. Very nice contrasting colors there. So none of those worries this time around. And there is Cronin. Like I said, Cronin has been so instrumental in that defense so far this year. Ramirez. Oh, overlapping. Oh, boys, we got one. It's Nicholson. Come on, Nicholson. Score the goal. There we go. 4 minutes into the game. It's Nicholson. I think that's his first goal of the season. Finally, the young lad gets his first goal for Minnesota. It's about time. He's had so many chances and so many times he's come up short. That time he puts it away. 1-0 early on in this game. That is the start we were looking for. Man, he came flying up the field. Love that. Oh, Santos, get back here. Run him down, boys. Man, Santos. That's not a good start for Cohen James. That's really not. That is a very, very soft goal to concede. Unbelievably soft. Oh, my God. That is not what I was looking for, Cohen. The first test that he's gone through, and he failed it miserably. He wasn't even close to that ball. All right, well, just like that, first shot for Columbus. They're right back in the game. That, again, very disappointing from Cohen James there. I really need him to be better than that. But here comes Finley, straight from kickoff. Finds that ball for Kevin Molino. Wow, he just skied that shot. What happened, Molino? For Cohen, or Cohen, Conan? Conan? What's his name? I don't know. Ramirez going over the top. Finley hit this on the volley. Yeah, right. As if that was... When I said that, I almost started laughing because I knew there's no way on God's green earth Ethan Finley was going to put a full volley shot on target. Absolutely never going to happen. Oh, Columbus. They're cutting right through us. The passing. Oh, good Lord. Oh, thank you, Ford. Good job. No, Ford. Ooh, it's my fault. That one was my fault. Almost gave him a goal. What a ball. Wow. What a ball. I thought I had that covered, honestly. I didn't think that cross was going to get through there. I wasn't even talking. I wasn't even worried about it. Ola Kamara heads it home. That's 2 headers scored in this game. Don't see a lot of headers scored, honestly. At least not in my experience in FIFA 18. That's 2 for Columbus today. Like, we had so many people there. How did that ball get through? And then Courtney Ford was just not marking Ola Kamara. That's poor defense. The debutants today not having a good day. We'll step back. Okay, we're somehow still on this. Here we go. Nicholson puts the move on. Nicholson! No! Just wide. Nicely worked as well, Nicholson. Come on, man. I need you to get another one. Here we go. Come on. Ibsen's on it. Ibsen all the way up to Ramirez. Ramirez needing some help here. He's going to get it in the form of Nicholson. Nicholson holds it for Molino. Molino spins on it. Pulls it back. Molino now lays it. Oh, Ibsen. Just get the ball to him. Get the ball, Ibsen. Get the ball back. No, there's the final whistle. That is so frustrating, man. We should have beat Columbus. They're shit. I'm sorry, but they are. I can't believe we lost that game, man. Oh. That one might be the most frustrating loss we've taken so far because we didn't deserve to lose that game. Just had a couple of mistakes in there. Some soft goals given up. Kills us. Absolutely kills us. And with that, we finished the day in 5th place. We dropped down 1 spot. And we still have 3 teams within 1 win of us, essentially. Within 3 points, Dallas, LA, and Colorado. 1 win could move us as high as 3rd. 1 loss could drop us all the way down to 8th. I mean, it's still a lot of time left. A lot of different scenarios could play out. We gotta win games at home, though. I'm proud of the point we got on the road at NYC FC. We gotta win those games at home, especially if we take an early lead. We gotta be able to hang on to those leads and see those games out. Very disappointing loss to Columbus. That is really going to eat at me until next episode. But that is it for this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you when we come back for some more Minnesota United career. See ya.